What's going on, everybody? Top 10 Pokemon back, and today I am bringing you yet another top Pokemon card auctions of the week recap. Folks, I apologize, I've been a little bit sparse on the content this past week, but for good reason. The wife and I just had our fourth child this past week, and I am totally exhausted. But nonetheless, mom and baby are both home and both very healthy, so I'm thankful for that, and I'm thankful for you tuning in to this auction recap. I also wanted to mention that I'm actually moving next week. So yes, two major life events, the birth of a child and moving, both taking place within 2 weeks of each other, so my content might be sparse as well next week. But I thank you for being loyal and sticking around, for being a subscriber to this channel, and for liking this video, and for using my eBay affiliate link. I will put that in the description below. Thank you all so much, community, for your support. Folks, I am so excited to review the auctions of the week. There's so much variety to go over, tons of graded cards, a couple of master sets, graded Pokemon booster packs, sealed product, just so much to go over, so much interesting stuff came by. Let's get into it here, starting off with the very first auction. Of course, is the special delivery Charizard promo card that in PSA 10 saw two sales this week, one for $710, the other for $741. So the value of this card remains relatively healthy the past couple weeks. We will, of course, keep an eye on this card for weeks to come. Speaking of hyped up promo cards, here is a McDonald's holographic promo Pikachu card. And I remember selling this card raw for this price, but nowadays as a PSA 10 costs you about $86. A couple of interesting sales from Pokemon Go. Here's a promo Mewtwo V that you got from the Elite Trainer box, sold this week for $102 as a Gem Mint 10. Here is a Dragonite V-Star that also sold for $102. We saw a Radiant Charizard come by in auction, sold for an even $300, and then the beautiful Alt Art Mewtwo V from this set sold for $420 in auction. We had one very interesting sale from the Celebrations Classic Collection. It is this Rockets Zapdos, got the CGC 10 perfect grade, and sold this week for $182.50. So folks, let me ask you, what do you think the price difference would be between a CGC 10 perfect example and a BGS 10 black label? You think it'd be a significant difference? Let me know. Alright, just a couple of raw cards from the newest set that just came out today, maybe, Lost Origins. We have a Charizard Trainer Gallery card that sold for $14.50, and it amazes me. I did a top 10 most expensive cards from this set video, and Charizard was in the honorable mentions, spoiler alert, and I just can't believe this card is only selling for like $15. That's nuts. We also saw this gold secret rare Hisuian Zoroark V-Star sold for an even $41. And folks, there wasn't a whole lot of modern to go over. This is going to be it, but I wanted to mention this Umbreon VMAX that is still just hitting magnificent numbers. Selling this week for $797, another example for $799. So the population of this card just continues to soar as far as PSA 10s go, and it's still selling for what, $800, and the price just keeps climbing. Alright, on to some very interesting vintage sales. Here is a Spanish first edition base set Bulbasaur. Got a CGC 10 Pristine, sold for $66 this week. Here we had a Dark Charizard Holo from Team Rocket set. This is the unlimited version, sold for $1,651 this week. A holographic Rockets Mewtwo, also unlimited from Gym Challenge, PSA 10 sold for $421. And then from Gym Heroes, we had Rockets Hitmonchan first edition sell for $510. A first edition Erica's Dragonair sold for $899. And perhaps the greatest card from Gym Heroes, the Blaine's Moltres Holo, first edition PSA 10 sold for $4,050. On to some cards from the Neo series. Here is a bunch of CGC 9.5 first edition holos from Neo Genesis, Typhlosion, Steelix, Blossom, Jumpluff. I would be interested to know if people that bought these CGC 9.5 cards had any intention of cross-grading them. I think if you were to cross-grade this Jumpluff and perhaps get a PSA 10, you would have made your money back and more for all these cards, because the population of PSA 10 first edition Jumpluffs is quite sparse. But yeah, not too bad there in terms of these auction prices, wouldn't you say? We saw a Japanese Umbreon from the Neo Discovery set, sold for $535 this week. Here is an unlimited Shining Gyarados from the Revelation set, sold for $1,725. while the first edition Shining Magikarp sold for $2,325. A couple of E-Series cards. Here's a holographic Articuno from Skyridge, sold for $1,225. And then the Crystal Charizard from Skyridge sold this week for $11,599. Couple of amazing Gold Stars. Here's a Gold Star Vaporeon from EX Power Keepers, sold as a PSA 10 for $2,550. And then the Gold Star Mewtwo from EX Holon Phantom sold this week for $4,100. Before we get into our sealed product, let's take a look at this interesting lot of graded cards. Here we have 3 PSA 10 First Edition Eevees from Jungle Set, and 2 PSA 10 First Edition Pikachus, and then 1 PSA 9. This lot sold for a grand total of $560. And what's super interesting about this is that 2 years ago, almost to the day, a lot of cards like this would have sold for between $5,000 and $6,000. I am not kidding. Both the Pikachu and Eevee First Edition cards from Jungle Set in PSA 10 were both selling for around $1,000 a piece at one point. No joke. So yeah, it went from a $5,000 to $6,000 lot of cards to a $560 lot of cards. What do you think of that? All right, here's that sealed product we were talking about. Here is an Elite Trainer box of Steam Siege that sold for $460 this week. Here we have a fake First Edition Fossil Booster box that I pray did not sell for $7,322. It's hilarious because on the box there it says First Edition, but in the title it says Unlimited. If you look at the seals on the side, they are a dead giveaway. So to anyone out there who might have bought this box, you might have got screwed. Here we saw a sealed Mario Pikachu booster box that sold for $4,150. We saw a few graded Pokemon booster packs. Here's a PSA 10 Shining Fates pack that sold for $82 this week. So I think a week or two ago this pack sold for over $100. It come down a bit. I still think it's ludicrous to pay this much for a Shining Fates pack. Here we saw an XY Flashfire booster pack sell for $178. Another one sold for $232. Here are 3 of the graded Generations booster packs: Venusaur, Blastoise, Pikachu. Venusaur selling for $76, Blastoise selling for the most at $112. Here's a PSA 10 Hidden Legends booster pack that sold for $306, while this Hidden Legends booster pack sold for $610. We saw a First Edition Jungle booster pack sell for $370 this week, which is pretty low in my opinion. And then 3 First Edition base set graded booster packs. Here's the Blastoise that got a PSA 10, sold for $3,901. The Venusaur booster pack sold for $5,101. And of course the Charizard sold for the most at $6,700 for a PSA 10 copy. Before we get into our PWCC weekly auction recap, here is a master collection of base set all the way through Neo Destiny. All the cards sold for $10,100. And if you look at this on the front page there, you got the base set holos mixed with the shining cards from Neo Destiny. Let's go through this here. So yeah, I was looking through these cards and it seems like it's a mixture of unlimited and first edition cards, with most of them being unlimited, especially the holographic cards. But yeah, you got all the holos, all the shining cards. What do you think, folks? $10,000, you think that's worth it? Let me know. All right, folks, PWCC weekly auction recap. Here is a Gold Star Pikachu from EX Holon Phantoms in PSA 10, sold for $6,600. Here we have a Japanese black and white promo of Giratina EX in PSA 10, sold for $3,960. A Japanese base set Charizard sold as a PSA 10 for $7,200 this week. Another black and white promo of the Rayquaza EX that sold as a PSA 10 for $7,800. A few of the no rarity symbol Japanese base set cards. Here's an Alakazam in PSA 9 that sold for $1,980. Here's a PSA 3 no rarity symbol Charizard that sold for $2,010. And then the auction of the week I am giving to this no rarity symbol Japanese Nidoking holo that in PSA 10 sold for $14,400. This is an extremely low population card, only having 5 PSA 10 examples in the world. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Hope you liked the video. Let me know what you thought. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. That's all I got, folks. You know what to do. I'll catch you in my next one.